I'm in the Mexican city of Juarez.
Juarez has this sort of dangerous reputation that you can't go out into the streets. Look at it. Families everywhere, party, food. Downtown Juarez is buzzing.
This teeming metropolis marks the halfway point of my journey along the US-Mexico border.
I love you too, but we did say we'd settle out of court, right?
It's one of the most talked about borders in the world.
We're going to build the wall, and Mexico is going to pay for the wall, believe me.
But I want to find out what day-to-day life is really like on both sides of the divide.
Arriba.
Arriba.
Abajo.
Abajo.
Al centro. Y pa dentro. There you go.
So I'm traveling 2,000 miles from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico.
If something happens to me by chance, you hit this button.
That opens that up.
That opens that up.
And I just spray at will.
Just go to town.
Okay, will do.
I've seen how complex modern-day realities are in this part of the world.
They've caught 500,000 people on our ranch in 30 years.
Just on your property?
Just on our ranch.
It's a place that provokes and confounds.
Look at this wall. It's steel and it's razor wire. How many times do we have to put these things up before we realize this is not the way?
On the second leg of my journey, I want to see what the future might hold and how people are tackling the challenges that lie ahead.
Never stop dreaming. Dreaming.
In vibrant cities and through spectacular landscapes.
It's so brilliant to feel this insignificant, isn't it?
This is the story of the borderland.
What is?
Once upon a time, there was a town in Mexico called El Paso. But at the end of the Mexican-American War in 1848, it was divided in two. The northern side became part of the US, and the southern side became Juarez.
Spider-Man has many superpowers. I really hope he's developed the ability to regulate body temperature in an all-in-one nylon suit in 90-degree heat.
Since 2008, the city has been divided by a 57-mile section of border wall. Even so, thousands of people come and go across this border every day, inhabiting both worlds. On the Mexican side today, in the northern outskirts of Juarez, is a training session for a spectacle that strikes fear into my bones. This is a scaramuza, a kind of souped-up Mexican dressage practiced by women.
Horses, weird skittish things, rolling eyes, massive moustaches. Measured in hands, don't approach them from the front, don't approach them from the rear. I'm really frightened of horses. I'm gonna go and see some horses.
I've come to meet a group of riders whose lives straddle the border.
Hi, how you doing? Good. I'm Sue, nice to see you.
They live on the American side, but cross into Mexico several times a week to train with their horses.
Nice to see you. Do you want a hand? Do you need any help?
Yes.
I can brush. I'm good at manual labour.
You can start with that one.
Oh, what's this one called?
It's McLovin, McQueen.
My queen. Okay. Oh, I'm really scared of you, but it's okay. Do they like being... Ooh, I was too close to the special area there, I think. I think we can leave. I don't think that needed a brush. Don't know why I went there. Don't know why I did that.
If there's one thing that scares me more than horses, it's a floral dress.
Okay, so this is your dress. Are you gonna wear it?
Well, I wasn't expecting that, but yes, absolutely, I'm going to wear that. Absolutely, yeah.
So,
Really got stymied there, won't lie. Really got lured in. I mean, I was born for this.
Escaramuza celebrates the female soldiers known as Adelitas, who went into battle in the American Revolution in the early 1900s and were key in overthrowing the dictatorship government. Fearsome and uncompromising, yep, that's me all over.
I look like I should be sitting atop an enormous loo roll. I've achieved peak doily.
All dressed up and somewhere to go, we head to the stadium.
This is the closest I've ever got to a feeling of nobility. I'm a long way from Croydon right now. Oh, my word. This is extraordinary. It's like synchronized horseying.
Escaramuza translates as skirmish, and I can see why. Demonstrations involve 8 female riders carrying out tightly choreographed moves, with little room for error. Riding side saddle, it's part sporting event, part living history, with national championships taking part across Mexico each and every year.
That was absolutely incredible.
Thank
You can see the horses sweating, but you guys look perfect. You look like supermodels. It's unbelievable. I want to ask about what you do outside of the arena. So what's life like off a horse?
I live in El Paso, Texas, but I come across every day to practice. And then I have my dad lives here still, and my friends are here. So for us, it's pretty common to back and forth between Mexico and the U.S. because it's close together. I mean, it's just the border.
And do you have dual citizenship, or what
I
is your-
do. I am a dual citizen. I'm Mexican and U.S. citizen, both of them.
So America is for work and Mexico is for passion.
I am from Mexico. I'm exactly Mexican, 100%. Like our hearts
Yeah.
belong to Mexico.
It's interesting because I see these places are so distinct, you know,
Yes.
see the United States and Mexico and then the wall, but you guys, your life is completely between the two.
Exactly.
It is. I mean, it wouldn't be complete if we were not like on both sides. And for us, it's just like natural.
I love both countries. I mean, they're so different, and I've lived here all my life, but I also studied there like all of my life. So it's like I can't choose. It's like I'm both. I'm literally both of the countries, both of the cultures and everything.
Well, bearing in mind you say that you think people are better for being on horses, do you want to help me? If I put a helmet on, would you help me get on a horse?
Of course. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yep.
Time to confront my fears on a horse that's rather surprisingly called Kevin.
Opa! Hola, Kevin.
And then you put this leg here.
This leg here?
Yes. You can do it. Like that.
Like that?
Yes.
Kevin's on the move. Kevin, don't go into a routine. Kevin, don't go into a routine. Kevin, don't go into a routine. Kevin. Kevin, where are we? I just did a little 360 on Kev.
He's like, I'm out.
Whoa! Unbelievable. I'm not frightened of horses anymore.
There you go.
It's perfect. He's beautiful and gentle.
These women are living proof that people can take pride in 2 identities, in what both sides of the border have to offer. As professional women of means with dual citizenship, they get to enjoy the best of 2 very different worlds. But not everyone has the freedom they have to come and go. On the American side of the border, I'm meeting a family going to extraordinary lengths to give their children that simple right of free movement.
It's hard to imagine we're actually in Texas. It feels so Mexican, this place. Hola.
This is Gabriela, who's been bringing up her kids alone here in El Paso because her husband cannot legally reside in the States and is stuck on the Mexican side.
Do you think he'll ever be able to get settled status in the US, or do you think...
He will never have the chance to become a U.S. citizen. It doesn't matter that we have 3 U.S. citizen children. It doesn't matter that my middle one was born with a congenital heart disease. It doesn't matter.
What does that mean for your relationship? for,
my God.
for your marriage, for your love? What does it do to that?
It's hard.
Can I don't want to upset you.
No, it's
at
okay.
All.
It's okay.
But I suppose the question that stupid people like me would ask would be, why don't you then all go and live together in Mexico?
Because my children are U.S. citizens. Abraham was born with this disease. He's gonna have heart surgeries for life. So now I am putting my own interests to the side. If it was only for me, I would have been in Juarez long time ago. It's not only about me. I'm working hard to put food on the table, and these children could be the next doctor, the next president, the next engineer.
Why not?
That this country needs.
Do you want to be president?
Yes. I'm going to be president when I grow up.
If I was a citizen, I'd vote for you.
Thank you.
And what would be the first thing that you would do if you were president?
I would take down the wall. I don't know, I know it can be something really hard to do. It's just something, I mean, I'm still a teenager and that's how I think. I don't want that wall.
Despite being physically separated, Gabriella and her husband Adrian are doing all they can to keep their family together. Every weekend, she takes the children to the border so they can cross into Mexico and be with their dad.
You're afraid?
I'm afraid of any officers telling me that I can't go that far.
But it's terrible that you should feel anxiety just walking along an American sidewalk.
Yes, it's horrible. They make you feel like you're a criminal, like you did something so bad that you deserve to be punished.
Adrian is waiting just 300 meters away, but Gabriella is not allowed to cross the border until her own immigration papers are finalized.
I'm doing proper shielding. I got you. I got you. They're not going to come for you.
In the last 6 years, she spent just 15 minutes with her husband.
Have a really good trip. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Come on, I'm coming in. Have a fun time.
You too.
And so he'll be waiting the other side?
Yes. It feels weird being so close to where my husband is and not being able to just cross that.
I hope you have a happy outcome. That's what I want for your love story. Doesn't everybody?
Yes, of course. What? And here, I'm not talking to you, Siri. And
Siri, give this beautiful Mexican woman a Hollywood sort of love story ending. Thank you. Siri's had a meltdown.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This narrative is familiar to anyone who's separated from their partner. But you add this hostile state apparatus, you add armed border patrols, you add invasive questioning, you add the idea of being criminalised for simply wanting to go and see a parent. I don't know how she does it. I do not know how Gabriella does that, because just being in this proximity, I want to bawl my eyes out, and it's not my reality.
I catch up with the kids on the Mexican side once they've met up with their dad.
So this place feels very, very different to El Paso.
Yeah. I really like the culture. I feel like I'm more Mexican than American, really.
I can see why you love it.
Yeah. It's nice.
Adrian was deported from America after time in jail for immigration offences. If he tries to go back, he'll most likely end up in prison again.
So Adrian, how was your weekend?
Muy bien, bien aquí con mis niños. Es difícil porque pues estar yendo y viniendo y cruzando, entonces sí, es difícil para ellos y para mí también.
And how do you feel when it gets time to go back across? And
I hate it, really. Not being able to go back with my dad together.
now we're all going to go, so...
I don't really talk about it, so it's hard.
But that's again awful because there's no place for you to talk about it. And people so want to just think there's the States and there's Mexico. They don't think about the people who fall between, who are on the borders or who have family on both sides and who are permanently being torn And I'm really sorry that's you, and I really hope it changes.
I hope so too.
Adrian and Gabriella think it could be 4 years before her status allows them to see each other again. However, their kids will continue to come and go as citizens of a single Tex-Mex supercity that straddles the wall. It's my last day in Juarez, and as morning breaks, its citizens have found a rather unique way of coming together and expressing unity.
Now, there are many ways you can approach this wall. You can petition against it, you can protest about it, or you can do just what I'm doing, which is a massive downward dog right in its steely chops.
Dust off your harem pants. This is border wall yoga.
Inhalo, exhala.
What I'm hoping is that I can get into quite a deep child's pose and fall asleep for an hour and no one will notice. And what's called the burst appendix.
Unsurprisingly, this isn't a normal yoga class. The people here are from both sides of the border.
Straight into the plank for me, then.
They're gathering as one to try and bring a sense of peace and harmony to this contentious 18-foot-high fence.
What I'm going to do here is my first border fart, I think.
Relax your body.
There's something so incredibly profound about this. About allowing yourself to feel peace and serenity in the natural world, even in the face of something man-made, brutal, and without getting too hippie. There's a complete energetic shift that's happened, that we've all created.
Thank you very much. We're very happy that you were here.
I'm very happy to be here. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
You're welcome to Juarez always.
Oh. The energy is really good. But it changes the place. So you see this and and then you line up together and that you share, you hold each other and you feel the peace and the calm.
Because we are one.
We are one.
We are
Todos somos uno. Todos somos uno. Are we doing a Mexican wave?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Hey, Mauricio.
Yes! I'm doing a Mexican wave in Mexico. You should, come on. You show an English girl how it's done. Oh. I mean, I'm always close to tears, but I feel particularly so today because, you know, I come from a place where people look down in the tube and avoid contact, avoid touching one another, avoid engaging. And you come here and people take your hand. I've never, ever got over the emotional explosion in my heart when a stranger takes my hand. It's a wonderful thing. I love that.
If love and peace isn't your thing, Juarez has something at the other end of the scale to offer. This is Lucha Libre, freestyle wrestling. Next to football, it's the biggest sport in Mexico. And before I carry on my journey eastward, I've got to check it out.
Come on, come on. This is the sort of thing the Pope wears when he gets down and dirty. Fight me. This one's great because it's really drawing up the double chin. So what it's done is actually given me a jawline for the first time in a decade, so I'm happy. I'm happy with this.
Lucha Libre became popular on TV in the 1950s.
Oh, this is great. Dr. Wagner.
At the beginning, it was dominated by men.
That's good.
But it wasn't long before women got in on the action.
Hola! Nice to see you. I'm Sue.
Lady Diamond.
Lady Diamond, it's nice to see you.
Yes.
I have found my look.
Nice.
What do you think? Is it scary?
Yes.
But for all the wrong reasons, right? Tell me about Lady Diamond. Is Lady Diamond is she a good human being?
I'm a baby face.
So what is babyface?
That I'm the good guy.
Okay. So what is your big ambition? What do you want to do in wrestling?
To be a legend.
That is brilliant.
I want to be recognized on the whole world, like everywhere.
Lady Diamond is yet to hit the big time in wrestling and still performs in small local venues. But tonight, there's a new wrestler in town, the Perkinator.
Sue likes crisps, and she knows a bit about Jacobean tragedy and Renaissance literature. With the Perkinator, that's different. Now the mask is on. I'm a stone cold killer, baby. Ow! Ow!
Lady Diamond has agreed to show me the ropes.
Please get me out of here. I'm terrified of her. Right. Yeah, I don't need that anyway because that's getting in the way. Yep. Okay. So you break the arm and then I get up. Good. Both ways it snaps.
See? Oh. You're gonna go down. Here.
Oh! That was very good. I wasn't expecting that.
It's time for the main event. Lady Diamond is the star attraction.
Come on! Lady Diamond's mum, Mrs. Diamond. What she said!
I love that this feels like a homespun school hall version of what you get in the big stadiums. And it's completely bonkers.
It's just the most random thing I've ever attended.
Just when I thought the fight was finished, turns out it's only just beginning.
Right, this is now developing into a brawl. I don't know where entertainment ends and just pure, unabated, intergenerational violence begins, but we're at that sweet spot. Right, I'm gonna go before a 4-year-old kicks me in my groin.
I've left Juarez behind, and I'm heading east through Texas. Surrounded by the Chihuahuan Desert, this is where the borderland becomes an arid, almost never-ending wilderness.
This sort of landscape is the landscape you see in a horror film just before something really bad happens. You're traveling along this and there's a puncture and then stuff really kicks off.
It's so remote here. The last thing you'd expect is this.
No way. Can we turn around? That is so cold. Ugh. It's so windy.
This might look like a designer shoe shop next to a highway, but it is, in fact, a piece of modern art next to a highway. Constructed in 2005 at a cost of $120,000.
Essentially, this is an art installation, which I can assume is a rather neat statement about hyper-consumerism located in the middle of wilderness. It's incredibly cool, actually, but like all art installations, I'm going to look at it, I'm going to appreciate it, I'm going to try and really contemplate the subtleties of it, and then I'm going to cross the road, get in the car, and have a bun. I'm going to die out here! How ironic to die in front of a thing mocking contemporary culture. Oh, God.
The Prada installation is located just outside of Marfa, 170 miles east of Juarez. Everything's a bit alternative here. There are certainly no chain motels in this town. I'm staying in a sort of marooned desert houseboat.
This is the battleship.
I love the battleship. It's got walls.
It has walls and it's quite warm. Get in there, get in there.
So my first night in the desert complete. Left-hand sleeper, just so you know. Quite tidy. Never touch the right-hand side. There are rules. So woke up and had managed to turn all the heating off. So I woke up and it was about -10. And then went over here and just made myself a nice pot of drip coffee. And as I was doing that, I looked at this dude again and I kept looking and I just thought, I mean, they never did tell me who my father was.
Even though it's close to the border, Marfa is a world away from the badlands of drugs and cartels. It's a town built on creativity, and it's changed what the borderlands mean to people in these parts. The town centre is full of galleries and craft shops, and you don't get much more artisanal than handmade soap.
Hi.
Hi there.
Are you Ginger?
I am.
I'm Sue. Nice to see you.
Hi, Sue. It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How's it going?
Really good.
Is it always this cold outside?
Never this cold. I mean, it's really, we got a snap, and so I apologize for the weather.
I don't know what is about to snap is all of my bones. It's like I'm made of ice right now. This is so wonderful, this place.
Welcome to the soap shop. Come on back.
Like many people here, Ginger washed her hands of her old life and moved to Marfa in search of a fresh start.
I moved here from New York City, and I thought, oh, I need like a small town hobby. And I thought, how quaint to make soap. It'd be so fun. So I'm gonna let you cut this one.
Dear.
There you go. Now push it through the wire.
Now I understand. It takes a while, doesn't it? With me, it just takes a while. Oh, this is all I want to do for the rest of my life. Oh, it's so soothing. Oh, it's just a knife through butter. Look at that. I'm living in Marfa from now on forever. So why did you leave NYC?
I wanted to get out of the city. I had gone through a big breakup, and I thought, oh, I'll never date again.
That's horrid, isn't it?
And I moved here, and I met some of my best friends, and it's a great community. And
did you date again?
I did.
It's a love story. It doesn't get better than that.
I met
It's a love story with
here.
intense personal hygiene.
Yeah.
Something about the landscape here and the vastness of it. You've got this pioneer spirit. Does it feel like that in Marfa? Does it feel like people have come to this wilderness space to get away from something?
I like to say we all moved here for a reason. And that's pretty much kind of all you need to say. To see just open space, it gets into your blood, and you really can't do without this landscape. It's nice to be able
Having got a feel for soap cutting, Ginger decides, wrongly, that I'm capable of making a new batch.
So that's our coconut oil. And we'll go ahead.
This involves melting together coconut, olive, and palm oils.
This is a palm oil. And how much do we want of that?
60.
And then, just messing about.
What brave new world is this?
Isn't this great?
But you're not
They
even
don't use this in baking?
No, we stick an old-fashioned sort of thermometer in there.
This is great. Try it.
Oh, God, I want to check it. Can I do it on me?
Yeah.
It's 69.7. What am I? Measure me.
Perfect. 72. 87.
My mouth is like over 10 degrees hotter than my back.
The soaps are fragranced with local products such as honey and herbs, and then sold across America for $12 a pop.
Night-night. Like a moth to a flame, I was drawn to the sign.
I love this modern-day frontier town, full of pioneers staking a claim. Cowboys side by side with hipsters and creatives.
You are everything. You're top cowboy to me.
Well, thank you, darling.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Buy you a drink for that?
Yes, please.
What would you like?
Anything you think is going to put a smile on my face.
Want beer and a shot?
Why not?
It makes me wonder what other distinct communities are living along the border. It's time to head deeper into the great outdoors.
So I knew today that we were driving in wilderness. You could see the remoteness of this landscape. So I thought, I'll have a really big breakfast. And then I had another breakfast, and then I got them to make me some sandwiches, just because you never know, and there's no stops here. And it's still morning and I've eaten everything. There's still crisps in there though. Don't tell anyone.
We're driving 100 miles southeast of Marfa towards a region known as Big Bend. The Big Bend National Park and State Park cover more than 1 million acres. For hundreds of miles, the Rio Grande, literally Big River, serves as the international boundary. There are no checkpoints, no barbed wire. The epic canyons provide nature's version of the wall.
All right, Sue, you ready to get on the Rio?
I certainly am.
And what better way to experience life on the liquid border here than canoeing down it with Austin, a local river guide.
1, 2, and 3, roll off. Nice. So just grab that handle and go to the river.
Do you know what? This is the first time it's properly struck me that...
That's Mexico.
That's Mexico. Oh.
We're on the Rio.
Happy days. Let's do it.
Cool.
Already, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Oh, I love the Rio.
Me too! This is about as close to perfection as you're going to find.
Yeah.
In this life.
We got the first big rapid.
Bring it on! Do I paddle or not?
No, you're good.
It does feel like you're traveling through something properly ancient.
Right.
You know, that this was formed millions of years ago and has remained pretty much untouched since then.
Yeah.
It's genuinely one of those unspoilt wildernesses, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Talking of which, this is an incredible canyon.
Yeah.
So quiet. It's so brilliant to feel this insignificant, isn't it? That's where the calm comes from, just knowing you're just irrelevant in nature.
Because of the inaccessible landscape, almost nobody tries to cross the border here. So most people think there's no need for a man-made wall. But with the wall being built elsewhere in Texas, this could change.
Webb County, just downstream east of the Big Bend region, they just got approved to have a continuous wall in their county. What's that gonna do? Are people gonna stop coming? Absolutely
They're gonna
not.
bring them here.
That means that people are gonna start going to the places that have no wall. People are gonna start seeing the Big Bend as a way to traffic through.
This will become a pinch point for migrancy.
Austin's fear is that if migrants get pushed to Big Bend, demand will follow for a wall to be built here too, in this pristine wilderness. It's my second day in Big Bend.
We really are in Texas, I promise. I know it looks like we're in a studio and someone's let a smoke machine off, but I promise, we have come all this way.
Today, I'm going on a hike with Park Ranger Tom.
You're looking the full part of ranger, if I may
That's
say.
what I do. Welcome to Big Bend National Park.
Well, what a day we've picked for it.
It's not every day you get to see the inside of a cloud in West Texas.
I know. What a great workplace, though. Your office is incredible.
It's definitely a different type of place to live.
But what
it's a
about
real
groceries
special
and
place.
schooling and...
So groceries, typically we'd go to, like, say, Alpine, that's 100 miles away, or Midland, Odessa, it's about 5 hours away.
So for a pint of milk, it's a 10-hour round trip?
Pretty much, yeah. But that whole culture of the border along through the wild, remote Big Bend has traditionally been one of essentially non-existent borders, almost like a transparent border, and people lived on both sides. In the early days of this part of Texas, you really needed to depend on your neighbors to survive out here in this difficult place.
I'm hoping to see one of Tom's famous neighbours today, the black bear. In the early 20th century, the bears disappeared from the region after excessive hunting, but they've since come back.
So the park was established in 1944. There were no black bears here, none. And then suddenly, like in the mid-1980s, there was a big influx in the sightings of bears. Since 1989, we've had this resident population of black bears here. We think there's about 30, very healthy population. And turns out by studying the DNA, we found that they did come from Mexico. They came from a population in the big mountains in Mexico. And we think that they're still kind of going back and forth. If they need
there's no
to,
borders for bears.
you know.
But that's the story of human migration too. You go where
Isn't that
the
incredible?
food is, where the work is, where the happiness, the joy is.
Yeah, right.
It's just the bears are still allowed to do it, I guess. For now, who knows?
For now, they depend on that ability to move, and that ensures their survival.
Sadly, the bears seem to be hiding from me today. I shan't take it personally. But there is something else to look at.
Ooh-wee, look at that.
Oh, hello.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, look, we're above the mist.
That's cool.
That is cool. It just taps into a completely calm, primitive part of you that just wants to just be in the moment. No wonder the bears come up here. They like the view.
As far as nature is concerned, this is one unbroken landscape. Building a wall here is unthinkable. But down the river, that's exactly what is in motion. I'm driving to Mission, East Texas, situated on the banks of the Rio Grande. The river is more accessible here, and in the last year, there have been over 150,000 illegal crossings. Now, plans are underway to build a new 55-mile section of wall. President Trump's vision is becoming a reality here. But one local priest has made headlines for publicly opposing it.
No trip to the border would be complete without a visit to the priest. I won't lie, there's a certain amount of trepidation because it has been approximately 40 plus years since my last confession, so boy does he have a lot to deal with. Hi there, Father Roy.
Welcome.
Thank you, I'm Sue, good to see you.
Sue, nice to see you. Appreciate you coming. Estás en tu casa. Make yourself at home. This is Bendito. This is Charlotte. They're our guardian angels, four-legged guardian angels.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Nice to have you here.
What a stunning church.
Beautiful old place.
This historic chapel was built in 1865, and the city of Mission was named in honor of it. According to plans, the new wall will block off all access for Father Roy's congregation.
You have the natural border, the river, which marks the boundary between Mexico and the US. You have the wall, so your church is right in the middle of an enforcement zone.
Yeah.
Who's going to be able to come to the chapel?
Yeah, we'd be in a kind of a no man's land, and they of course they tell us, don't worry, it'll work out. I hate to be cynical. I said, well, but it's working out for you. You have all the power, and how's it going to work out for us?
Father Roy's objections to the wall have angered some people.
So this is your boat?
This is our old boat, 50-year-old boat.
It's a beaut.
He wants to show me how this contentious border is affecting life on the river.
Off we go.
Yeah, there he goes, there he goes. Look at it, isn't he beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
With so many migrants risking their lives to cross the river here, Border Patrol is a constant presence, making the place feel a bit like a war zone.
Look at those guys. That's a Texas Highway Patrol gunboat. There's 4 machine gun nests on
Yeah, I
the boat.
noticed.
Looks like a Vietnam boat, doesn't it?
It does. It looks like a gunship. So you said earlier that there were some local people who were angry with you and they were going to...
They're not local. That's interesting. They came from somewhere else to build a wall.
What? They're building their own wall?
They're building their own wall here. It will just run up along this one farm.
So is that on their land? That's private land?
Yeah, this belongs to a beautiful sugarcane farm. Well, see, now they're digging into the... See, this, I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, they're actually doing it.
It's just some kind of like a vigilante wall group.
These diggers are being paid for by We Build the Wall, a right-wing organisation led by former Trump advisor Steve Bannon that raises private funds to build their own wall. Because apparently the official one isn't going up fast enough.
They're really tearing it up, aren't they?
They've just eroded a very important riverbank by scooping away all the natural reeds.
And there's a lot of little wildlife living up and down here that's going to have to flee. I don't know where they're going to go. And it won't accomplish anything. It really won't even protect this beautiful farm, because you can just go down to the east end or go up to the west end of the wall and walk around it. Talk about disheartening. I used to take the dogs walking up in there all the time.
I guess you wouldn't be very welcome there now.
No, I guess not. Better not try it again.
Do you feel threatened by them?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
That's not, that's...
Uneasy, kind of.
The idea that...
The pastor, the shepherd, likes to think that his flock likes him.
Let's just experience the river how it should be. Say that.
You can still hear the Border Patrol helicopters out there somewhere. Sweet. If this is not sweet, I don't know what is.
That is sweet. But the reality is it's the opposite of that. It's so contested and it's an emotionally polluted river is what I'm going to say.
I had never heard anybody say that, but that's a good way to say it. You might even say spiritually polluted.
Spiritually polluted. I have to say that I think what I can smell is burnt dog. There's a very strong... I think Wiglet is cooked now. I'll turn her over because she's roasted one side.
You're too acidified.
Helicopter, a Border Patrol gunship, a happy crusading priest and a bunch of vigilantes embarked on an act of geological vandalism in an effort to mimic Trump's wall on private land. There's a snapshot of the border right there.
Supporters of the wall point to images like these. Tens of thousands of people fleeing Central and South America, traveling through Mexico in the hope of finding asylum in the US. They find the border closed to them and have to remain in Mexico, in camps like this one in Matamoros, while their cases are considered. I've come to another church in Mission to meet a group of volunteers who are helping the migrants in the camp.
Sue, how are you?
Hey.
I'm a little busy. How are you? I'm Patricia.
Patricia, nice to see you. Hi, everyone. How's it going?
This is my wonderful team.
This is the chain gang.
Yes.
Can I help out?
Absolutely. We have a chair with your name on it, I think.
Perfect.
Almost. Yes.
Kathy, there's a new kid in town. So how many tacos are we going to make today?
Between 900 and 1,000.
Between 900 and 1,000?
Yes.
And so why? What motivates you to do it, other than the goodness of your hearts?
There are hungry people.
There are.
And basically because we believe that God has commanded us to feed the hungry and take care of the desolate. But it's still not enough.
But it's not right
that
that
living in horrible conditions, and no matter how much food we bring, it's not enough.
That looks like a nice purse. Yeah, I've got the comb, got one in there.
These rucksacks are for the children in the camp. What blows my mind is that the US and Mexican governments provide almost no support for the migrant camps. It all falls on the shoulders of well-meaning volunteers.
The soft toys are really getting to me because I remember what it was like when I was a kid and how much comfort I found in just something squishy and I could press close to me. And I came from a safe house where I had a roof over my head and enough to eat. So imagine how much joy this could give somebody who has nothing. I am so over-invested in each one of these rucksacks.
We meet up with more volunteers at the border crossing and take the food and backpacks over to Matamoros in Mexico. And just the other side, there's a car park full of tents that's now home to over 2,000 refugees, whose chances of gaining asylum and making it into America are very slim indeed.
Let me just give one of these.
God is gonna bless you guys for this.
Buen proveedor.
Yeah.
Hola. ¿Qué tal? ¿Salsa?
¿Te gusta?
Oh, fuerte.
¿De dónde
Sí.
son?
¿Taco?
Who's
No, gracias. Okay.
De Cuba.
Buen provecho, señor.
Thank you.
¿Qué tal? Buen día.
I've seen how the border can bring out the worst in people.
Hola, mijo. ¿Cómo estás?
But here, it's clear it can also bring out the best.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Señor, señor.
¿Quién le gustan los caballos?
Caballos? You like? Okay, caballo. You like My Little Pony? See? That is for you then. This is so pretty. Show me, show me. Listen, this is important. Never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. 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 You sing? Canta?
Alita por aquí, alita por allá, pechuga por delante, colita por detrás.
It's so much easier to just talk about migration without experiencing it. And all you need to do is imagine one child and populate your imagination with her age, her eye colour, her future aspirations. And then you meet a child and it makes it even more pertinent and even more resonant and even more important that something is done, because that's just a baby. That's just a baby who is as brimful with hope and passion and optimism as I was. It's just that geographical happenstance made me fortunate and made her unlucky, and that's what's so heartbreaking, the lottery of it all, and that's what has to change.
It's surprising to see how many people have to come here with their young children.
High five! Oh, oh! I'm as shocked as
this family are fleeing violent gangs in Honduras.
Tell me about your life in Honduras. Did you have jobs? Did you have a house? What was life like?
Yo tenía mi trabajo, trabajaba en la Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Honduras como motorista. Mi esposa también trabajaba en la universidad. Vivíamos cerca de la basílica de Suyapa, de la iglesia. Íbamos todos los domingos a misa. Él ya hizo la primera comunión.
Were you being bullied? Were you being pressured to join a gang?
Me iban a buscar al colegio, quería que se metieran con ellos. Incluso mataron a un primo mío por eso. Y yo con mucho miedo le conté a mi papá y tuvimos que salir para aquí.
Allá en Honduras llegan a la gente a sacarla a la casa para matarla, no importa esté quien esté, lo sacan de la casa y lo matan.
So your choice is, if you're sent back, to either be killed or to become a gang member?
Muerto.
Just muerto. Solo muerto.
Sí.
Many people think that migrants just come for work, for money. But you guys have left everything, left good jobs, left a lovely home, left your family, because your eldest son made a choice not to get involved in crime.
Sí, nosotros realmente tuvimos, como le digo, dejar todo. Y solo el que no ha vivido esta travesía que nosotros vivimos nos puede juzgar, pues.
Since the US government introduced the Remain in Mexico policy, the success rate of asylum seekers from countries like Honduras has dropped to below 1%.
The closer I get to this border, the more I realise this isn't about a wall, and it isn't about the United States and Mexico. It's about the bigger picture. It's about the haves and the have-nots. It's about the developed, complacent world and the rapidly developing world and the friction between those two spaces. And it asks bigger questions than this border. It asks questions like, how much is enough? And why won't you share? And what is wrong with us that we turn our backs when we see need?
After 2,000 miles and 3 weeks on the road, I've got one more day in Mexico. And I'm spending it in the border town of Reynosa. This is Dana Paula, a local teenager who's preparing for the most important night of her life. She's rehearsing the main dance of her quinceañera, a party to celebrate her 15th birthday and a huge tradition in Mexico. Preparations for tonight's celebration continue at home, under the watchful eye of proud parents Victor and Karen.
Nice to see you. Hi, how's it going?
Hola.
¿Qué tal?
Bien, bien.
You look great.
Gracias.
Where's Dana Paula?
Over here.
Oh,
Dana.
the princess. Hola. How are you?
Hola.
Hola.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Hi.
I'm hoping the eyebrows are going to stay exactly like that. You look great.
Thanks.
This is your big day.
Es como presentarte a la sociedad de que ya eres una señorita, por así decirlo.
So, do you have any idea now you're sort of entering the realm of adulthood, what you want to do with your life?
Pues yo tengo pensado ya más adelante ir a estudiar a Monterrey, que es lo que la gran mayoría de las personas hacen aquí en Reynosa, y estudiar medicina, porque desde chiquita siempre me ha llamado la atención todo eso de los hospitales y de curar a las personas, o sea, atender a las personas.
I never had hair and makeup at any of my birthday parties, which makes me suspect that this do is far from cheap.
Can I ask roughly how much a quinceañera like this would cost a family?
In pounds, 3,000 pounds to 20,000 pounds. When my wife told me we were going to have a girl, I started, you know what? The first thing it will be the quinceañera.
It's that important.
It's that important.
As the mother today, are you nervous about what's happening?
No, estoy emocionada. Lo estamos disfrutando mucho. Estoy emocionada. Se te empiezas a darte cuenta que realmente ya no es una niña. No puedo andar con ella. Va a haber peligros, le pueden ofrecer alguna droga, son miedos como mamá.
You've managed to get her through all that turbulent, vulnerable period of her life. You should be really proud. This is a young Mexican with all of her life ahead of her whose future is entirely in Mexico.
We have taught her to love Mexico and to study here in Mexico and work here in Mexico.
Well, oh God, the tears are starting again. I've run out of tissues. The news only tells you of depravity and violence. It doesn't tell you about sweetness or joy, family. The news tells you about the people who want to leave Mexico, but it doesn't tell you about all the people who want to stay.
Déjame entrar a tus sueños. Prometo que te voy a cuidar. Déjame tentar.
A quinceañera is a little like the love child of a bat mitzvah and debutante ball. Just like a wedding, the father gives his daughter away. Not to another person, but to the world.
I've just cried 3 times. But there's more on the way.
Watching Dana Paola dance with her father, I realised that the common link in everything I've seen on my journey, the good and the bad, has been family. People doing their best for the next generation, whether that's protecting what they already have or providing them with greater opportunities for the future. In this divided part of the world, there's a lot that people have in common.
What did I know before I came to this place? Well, I knew that the wall was the most contentious structure pretty much on the planet. And then I walked along it and drove along it and got a boat along it. And what I now understand is the wall is a paradox. The more you see it, the less divided you understand this place is. This is one landmass. It's one continent carved up by colonialism and wars, but its people, the social geography remains the same. People reach out to one another. They share values, they share passions. Because here, beyond the headlines of pain and suffering, which do exist, there is also joy and fun and a banging fiesta that I now need to get to.